Your country 1039 KGRT, Kane Brown, Caitlin Brown, and thank God. And I really do. I want Caitlin to do an album because I think that would be awesome.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Your question of the day brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Last minute Father's Day gifts? You might find something. I know they got great hats and stuff there too. You might find something for Dad if you happen to need that last minute Father's Day gift. Just putting it out there, okay? Speaking of Father's Day, of course, that is coming up this Sunday. And very simply, our dads teach us a lot of different things. I know that my dad did his best to try and teach me to drive, actually made me learn how to drive in a van, where there's like no front end and a lot of back end, made me parallel park in that van, which came in handy because when I drive the station vehicles, that's pretty handy right there. But my question for you in honor of Father's Day this Sunday is, what is the most important thing that your dad taught you? Or, a father figure in your life. What is the most important thing that you have learned from the father figure in your life? Because I think there's a lot of things that we can get advice from, a lot of actual technical things that can be taught, different things like that. And when I think about it, one, the parallel parking thing does actually come in handy that my dad taught me. But I think if anything that I learned from my dad is probably just sticking to your guns, standing up for what you believe in type of thing. That is something that I learned for sure. Unfortunately, I learned that one a little bit later on when he had to give that example. But I'm just saying, it is a lesson that has stuck with me. Stick to your guns for sure. So what about you? What is the most important thing that your dad has taught you, or the father figure in your life? What is the most important thing that you've learned from them? Go ahead and let me know your answers at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. Just go ahead and call them in or text them in. Already got a couple of texts. One is respect. That's a good one right there to learn. And also, my dad taught me how to work on cars, which turned out very well for you, in fact, right? Because it's turned into a career. So I think that's pretty awesome. And there's a lot of things that we learn from our parents in general, right? Our parents in general. But for Father's Day, what is one of the most important things that you learned from your dad? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. And oh, by the way, don't forget that we are live on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, and X. So if you want to go over there and leave a comment down below those, absolutely go ahead and get that done. We do a little extra online now when we get done here. So let me know your answer for our question of the day today. What is the most important thing that your dad has taught you? All in honor of Father's Day coming up this Sunday. All right, we're good there. We're good there. And we will be good there in a moment. But yep, that's it. We are live and exclusive on our social media pages here online. So yeah, I mean, since we're online, we can pretty much talk about anything. But, when I think back about the things that my dad taught me, because my mom and dad got a divorce really early on in life. So I didn't see my dad as much as I probably would have liked to. It would have been nice. But there are certain things that I definitely learned from him. And sticking to your guns and standing up for what you believe in is definitely one of those things that was there. And I think that's an important lesson for everybody to learn these days. And I think the other one probably would have come in handy if I'd actually paid attention to him. But then, certain things wouldn't happen the way that they do. And I'm very glad that they happened the way that they did, because I wouldn't change any of it for nothing. It's kind of code speaking in there. But what is it that your dad taught you? What's one of the most important things that you learned from your dad? Let me know your answers at 575-523-KGRT. Call them in, text them in. And then, of course, we are live on our social media pages, as you can tell, exclusively right here. Leave your comments down below and let me know your answers. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in and around the world. Apparently, McDonald's is testing vegan ice cream. Yeah, customers are raving about the new flavor, Choco Scoop and Strawberry Scoop flavors. So that's interesting. Although I've had different types of ice cream before. Some of them are good. Some of them, we'll see. I reserve judgment. I will try it, but I reserve judgment. Let's see. Chocolate sardines. Goodness. Apparently, this is a TikTok trend, but tomato sardines and chocolate are placed in a bowl. The entire concoction is then mixed up and eaten. That's a pass for me. Sorry. Also saw that a new study by Lending Tree reveals that 45% of families go into debt on Disney vacations. Not too surprising because, man, have they gotten expensive. They were always never cheap. But I have a feeling that, when I went to Disneyland as a kid, and even when I was high school, my mom won a trip to Disneyland, and we all drove up there with some friends and spent some time there. Still one of my, well, I'm not going to say it's the best memory, but my sister screaming on the gondola things because she was afraid of heights was, when security meets you at the end of the line when you get off right there, that's not necessarily a great sign. But she was just afraid once we got going. So memories, you gotta love them, right? Let's see what else is going on. Golf tournament in honor of the late Carl Weathers, aka Chubbs Peterson and Happy Gilmore, is going to be held. That would be pretty good. The Directors Guild Foundation of Carl Weathers Memorial Golf Tournament will take place on June 24th. They should put alligators out on the course. Fake ones, of course, not real ones, fake ones. Let's see. Also saw that UFC superstar Conor McGregor is out of his main event fight against Michael Chandler due to injury. The nature of the injury has not yet been disclosed. Ooh. Well, that's what's going on in and around the world today. Our question in honor of Father's Day this weekend: what is the most important thing that your dad taught you? What was that lesson that was learned from your dad? And I would say your dad, your father figures in your life, what are some of those important lessons that you have learned and have stuck with you throughout the years? Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. Once again, call them in, text them in, 575-523-KGRT, or leave your comments down below for our question of the day.